Yes! Yes! No! No, Mocha! No! No! It's time for more Bronze League Legends. Welcome back, folks, to the series. Cargo Mocha in the north on the English. We see it so often down here in Bronze. I don't know why I'm saying down here. In the Bronze League. Let's honor them. All right, Bronze, we love it or hate it, it's still on the podium, technically. English is someone we've been seeing non-stop, though. One thing I've yet to see at Bronze is Malians, which is why William B. 353, what a poet, is going to entertain us. And already onto the straggler tree. So, seems like this lad knows what he's doing. We've seen the straggler tree before, right, to get into spamming the houses around the mining camp. But typically, we see the mining camp prioritized. Obviously, he needs to get the first house down. But after that, we should see the pit mine as a follow-up. And yes, he most definitely will. Meanwhile, over here, Cargo Mocha, everything looks quite reasonable so far. For reference, these guys are about 500 ELO. So I believe it was William B is technically just about silver, and Cargo Mocha is on the edge of silver. So basically what we have here is a game where they are trading places, potentially. Either someone gets more silvery, or someone steals the silver. There's no other way around it. And Cargo Mocha already treating us to the loose sheep. It's like they lined up to be sheared. Well, it turns out this trim got a little bit close to the organs. Oh, the straggler tree. So yeah, William going full in for it. It's interesting as well, like comparatively, when you look at AoE 2, usually the straggler tree thing was seen as kind of like a low-level mistake a lot, right? But in Age of Empires 4, actually going after the straggler trees is a solid play. It's the thing that most actually do want you to do. If you look at like high-level play, we frequently see these straggler trees now used. These straggler trees, by the way, were not there at first when Age of Empires 4 came out. The only map that I think had straggler trees when the game first released was Black Forest, and I don't think that was intended. But it opened up so many extra potential plays, because before that, it felt like you just were obligated to drop a lumber camp. Well, William apparently is obligated to drop some protection for his investment. This is every villager he just pulled. Is he dropping an outpost into deer? I've never seen this before. Wait, is he outpost rushing? No, okay. Okay. I was getting too excited there. It is simply a deer play. Oh my god, my heart was going to skip a beat there. I actually thought he was going to outpost rush the English, which is something you should never do because they will pull out bows. Now, I'm not sure if they would in our bronze matches, but holy crap, my heart skipped a beat. But interesting that he pulled all the villagers, even though he started sheep, to gather on the deer. And everyone knows that the deer might try to run away if you shoot them a bit too slow. So to guarantee that they are dead, you don't just do the double tap or the triple tap. You do the 11 tap. That makes sure that the deer is not going to run away. Your food will remain where you found it. Check out this guy, by the way. Look at this... I love the fact that he's just like camo gathering a deer in the trees. So William is... Wait, oh, because he gathered on the deer, he's still waiting on the food. Look at the drop-off. That's huge, but this is one of the awkward pieces of what he done there. I think he might have even missed villager production at one stage because he was missing all that food, right? Because remember, you gather up to 25 on deer. So one thing to be very careful of is if you don't manage your drop-off, you might just find yourself at like less than 50 food for a period. That means you lose out on 1 or 2 villager production. This happened even at the pro level when certain maps like, you know, Altai were... Well, not Altai. I think the one where they realized it, because Altai was kind of like a flip coin whether you go the deer. But the map where a lot of people went deer straight away was on Cauldron, which is one of the competitive maps. And I remember talking to players where they would actually just like confuse their build time because by going on to deer, you get huge amounts of resource drop-off. But it's very... what's the word I'm looking for? It's very confusing. It's very foreign. Because when you gather from sheep, you gather 10 and drop off. Same with berries until you get wheelbarrow. But over here, like you're waiting 2.5 times the time. Actually, it's technically less. It's more like 2 times the time because remember, deer have a superior gathering rate. Cargo Mocha. This has been such a long tech up. One villager. Once again, folks, these guys, they are just optimal. They are min-maxes. If he put an extra villager on there, that's efficiency lost. Instead, Cargo Mocha techs up with half the gold he needs for Castle Age. That's impressive sick for what he needs for Castle Age in terms of food. Meanwhile, William, tech up is now only underway, but it's going to be 18 people. He selects all. Control-Shift-A, he heard, is a good hotkey. That's everybody in the Empire right now. Well, I say that. Wait, is there someone missing? Sorry, there's still one on sheep. 2 are moving across the wood. But everyone else, if they've got a hammer, they've got to use it. I have this feeling that William has encountered English players before. And he feels that the TC is not good enough to protect. But the Zaharan Trade Network will. What an intriguing build. So now that he's done this, they'll all take a moment to marvel this beautiful construct they made. Wow, we made that in a minute. We made a whole house in a minute. And they realize they actually like making houses. So they're going to all go gather some wood now. He's now only sending 6 back across to the mill. But William is a man of efficiency. He has wheelbarrow. It will not take too long to get there. The question is, what does he want all this wood for? It could be that he wants to keep the English away from his base, in which case all this wood is for palisading. A smart idea. Longbows is usually the play for the English, and they can't get through walls. And longbows would be a problem right now. But Cargo Mocha, these are guardsmen longbows. They aren't meant to fight. It's like when you see a security guard. They're not meant to arrest people or shoot people or whatever. Half the time, the gun probably isn't even loaded. I probably shouldn't see this on a broadcast that goes out to people in multiple countries. Otherwise, someone might get shot. But yeah, they are meant to do those enforcing things. They're just meant to be a threat. They exist. You think they'll attack you, so you don't attack yourself. That seems to be what Cargo Mocha is doing. Nuclear deterrence. He's Cuban Missile Crisis this. Because he's building 14 longbows. He's even getting campfires. But he's yet to move out of his base. Meanwhile, William has yet to commit to any military. The only aggression he's going to be doing is aggressively trading this game. But he needs to set up a marketplace elsewhere. It looks like he's a filthy trade tricker, but he's missing the other component to this. He's also gathering on the stone. So wait, is he planning to do trade and TCs? It looks like it. It makes more sense now with all the people on wood, right? 16 villages, then 5 across the stone. Could be double TC. And when... I don't know if Cargo Mocha's here because he forgot about the scout or because he's... No. Cargo Mocha would never forget about the scout. Cargo Mocha is a genius. He's playing the Malians. No no greed coming out. He's not allowing it. He's in perfect position to scout out the trade attempt, right? There is no way this single villager just ran out here for a lifetime supply of venison. Meanwhile, Cargo Mocha fancies something a bit more human. Oh no. Look how deep he gets before attacking. William's going to lose all the villagers out here. Finally reacts, but that's just too many longbowmen, so we'll actually lose all 6 villages. Cargo Mocha says, okay, if you're not going to show your nuclear deterrence, then it's not going to be just a Cuban Missile Crisis. It's going to be a world crisis, because we're launching. And William's still building the TC. He's still not built a single military building. He's still not set up trade. Wait. No way! He was going to trade to Cargo's base! He is trading to Cargo's base! Was trading to Cargo's base! William is a bold person. I believe the term is believed a little bit too much. Longbows are going to dive past the outpost. So heavy losses for Cargo's army. But now, if he just sits here, William cannot trade. William has no food. He only has these berries. Everything else isn't protected because who would eat sheep? Such a dirty, chewy meat. No, no. If you're a vegan, well, you're screwed in this Malian Empire because the only thing you're accessing is meat. But what is he going to do with it is the real question that's yet to be answered. Build villages seems to be the obvious answer, but no military still. We're 11 minutes into the game. He's just encountered Lombo aggression. Is William planning to fast castle? And if so, what passes for fast castle in Bronze League Legends? Longbows strike another one off, so that's 9 villagers killed. And he lost what? He had 14 longbows, I believe? That is a really good exchange for Cargo. Behind this, now setting up farms as well. He did go for the mill over near the berry patch. I wouldn't be surprised if he was gathering over near it as well. Wait. Guys, these are not battery sheep. These are free-range sheep. Although they are going to be battered to death. But they get to live in a field before they die. What a wonderful, wonderful farmer Cargo is. William. You know, call me crazy, but considering that Cargo, like, you know, hasn't really done anything yet with that lead, and considering that he's only building Lombos that cannot deal with the pit mines, am I the only one who feels that William's kind of okay in this one? Am I huffing copium? I feel like this is a game where William isn't as bad off as you'd think. He's getting a lot of wood now. Food still needs to be addressed, but you're the Malians, so club a cow. I still don't get why Malians get cows. I feel like that should be an English thing. Like, you know, as an Englishman, I can speak on this. I can't think of many countries in Europe that love beef more than we do. I've been to a lot of countries in Europe, and I can guarantee a lot of them love their pig. Many of them turn their nose up when you ask for beef. And Cargo, wait. Why? So he comes out into the mid-map for gold. The classic, I need to save resources at home. Man, these guys really have been following the Bible of the pros, right? Take the mid-map resources first, because then you have resources safe at home. We're saying French like beef as much as English. I'm not sure that's true. I thought that... I'm pretty sure the French just exist on a diet of cheese and wine. I've met a few Frenchmen, and they definitely hold true to that. White Tower on the way, though. Cargo Mocha. Only one TC build into White Tower. And the wall, it's the stone walls. William is not even in Castle Age. He dishonors the pro scene. But remember, folks, that is just a rule that the pros play by. There is nothing stopping you from building stone walls. Well, unless you're playing in a tournament, in which case you're probably going to get banned. But William, interestingly enough, is ruling the east side. Presumably because of the villagers he saw marching east. He's also getting a short wall to cover the deer. But the way that he was originally killed is still slightly open. Slightly open. And William, he says, enough is enough. I am ready to kill. He queues up 6 stables. However, William has been pushing cattle so hard and traders that he doesn't have the gold now for a tech up. The traders, which by the way, are not cheap. They cost 60 wood and 60 gold, and they are now going to walk right into the TC. William doesn't get it. He checked the schematics, he checked the map. He was promised that there was no English base here because he never scouted it. Oh no. And he still doesn't know. He might just think it's longbows here. William doesn't get it. He's like, it does not compute. If my TC is here, his TC is here. That's the only logical explanation. That's how William's brain is working right now. And William is so sure that Cargo is on the right side of the map that he's walling him in with the English player. No way. It's like he got attacked by bows here and was like, oh, that must be where the English are. They're a nomadic people. You know, they were once Danish and then they became English. There's only one place that they could possibly be on the map. Right? Right? Cargo. This is so unnecessary, but why not? He just builds 2 outposts at the front to really send the message that this is not a safe space. Oh, goodness. William, what do you do now? The trade plan has failed. And as we know, you can't just walk across the map and build a trade place. It's do or die here, sir. Those are the only options. Cargo's building even more outposts. He's even fortifying them. What am I witnessing here? I'm witnessing greed. William, he's realized that actually murdering these cattle, it doesn't feel very profitable. We're actually getting a grand Fulani Corral build. Now, this build could actually be an authentic and optimal build because no pro likes building the Fulani right now. So, for all we know, this could be the optimal Fulani build. At least from what I've seen in the last month. Because I think this might be the only one I've seen. Wow, and instantly in the mosque. So William realizes it's weird, I'm playing Marlins, but I feel like 1,000 gold's not enough. And all these relics are just sitting there. Except these two. I'll never get these two because they're inside the English base. What do you think the chances are that William still doesn't see this? Considering that his scouts never left, the chances were high that he still doesn't know. But soon, William will see everything. Because it's time. It's the 18-minute Scout Rush build. Brought to you by Beef. Brought to you by Mackie D's. I don't know if you can really call it a Scout Rush when you have 6 stables and only half of them are operating, though. Wait, is he going pro? He's not going pro scouts, folks. This is genuinely the military plan for William right now. I do love the fact that... No! No, William! No! No! Oh my god, no! William has been lied to. He finally realizes it. Oh my god, I couldn't. My heart was breaking for him. For a moment, it genuinely looked like William believed that you just got food for cattle being nearby. But for those wondering, to get this extra food that it's talking about from nearby cattle, you have to place them in a cattle ranch. So go in the cattle ranch. Each of these cows generates 28 food a minute. But now, because they're next to the Fulani Corral, you get an extra 20 food. So each of these cows is generating 48 food a minute. I'm actually now really wondering if he didn't realize this at first, though. Because he definitely had enough wood to afford the cow ranches sooner. And he's still not garrisoning the cattle in the constructed cow ranches. Meanwhile, in the English lands, Cargo Mocha is actually going imp. Berkshire in the center. Now, William doesn't have to care about this, right? He could still go from the main base if he gets enough scouts. But weirdly enough, William is a man of a few APMs. He likes to make sure every stroke of the keyboard is a masterpiece. So he waits until he's got about 1,000 food before he selects all the stables and then starts pumping the numbers. Boy's pumping them hard. And it looks like he finally realizes William, he's now garrisoning the cattle. So we are going to start seeing the food income boom for William. And William is pulling pretty much, like what, 2/3 of his villager force onto food gathering here. wait, no, these ones were meant for cattle ranching. Poor Benny the cow. He was labeled to live, but not in the eyes of these villies. There's a lot of anarchy going on in William's brain right now. Do I garrison the villagers or the cattle in the ranches? Can we eat villagers or only eat cattle? But this might be the cattle do attitude. Warrior Scout numbers continue to boom. We are about to hit 60. Cargo Mocha still only has 25 Lombos. He's getting all the men-at-arms upgrades, all the upgrades before he builds a single unit out of those military buildings. Mocha slowly being frustrated by the cheesy veteran Warrior Scouts that have a ridiculous amount of heal per second, 2 heal per second. And William, no, William, this is too soon. This is too soon. You can't reveal the plan. Not to the Berkshire, no! Oh, William, not like this. Look at the immediate queue up. Oh, okay, we're gonna... William, he takes a deep breath. He says, we're gonna need more. He queues 27 more Warrior Scouts. And the best part is this is actually working. It's a Berkshire, but it's an ungarrisoned Berkshire. There are still 25 scouts here. There are more coming. This is actually happening. But Cargo Mocha is prepping the counter. The spearmen are coming. And you know what? Cargo Mocha, he doesn't skimp on the pricing. No, he pays a premium to ensure he's going to have ample spears. He builds 2 racks. He even commits the white tower to the build, but he needs to be fast. William is ready to go. Warrior Scouts will ignore the monk. Straight across to the villages, so they're going to get massacred. Cargo Mocha is still only 1 TC, remember. Look at the eco difference. The spears are massing. Every moment you wait is a moment that Mocha gets the counter together. The clink of these swords, of course, is quite strong. These aren't your normal scouts, remember. These guys are hitting for 9 base damage. Even got the blacksmith upgrade, so an extra 1 per. But William has taken his time about this. He's not rushing. A calculated player, if you will. Looks like villagers have moved out into the western flank from Cargo. Apparently he needs more gold because 2,000 is not quite enough. He does not have enclosures, by the way. So if he really needs gold, there is another way you can get it as the English. But let's be real, you know, mixing food and gold, that sounds like a recipe for gold poisoning. Got to keep them separate. What are the chances that William burns the outpost when he dives and loses? This is my thought now. Because, folks, these outposts have 5 torch resistance. So if William targets them instead of the spearmen, he will definitely lose this. Right now, William has stopped at 75 scouts. He is no longer producing villages. He's capped himself at 63. Says that's a lofty sum. We're killing a lot of Bessies this weekend. We want to make sure we don't expand further. Because if we do, there will simply not be enough Bessies to breed anymore. What a thoughtful guy. Warrior Scouts continue to control the midfield. But in the meantime, Cargo Mocha, look at this. A serious commitment to a wall. Not 1 villager this time. 13 walk out. So walls will be going up. But he's still a little bit exposed on the east here. And this should be something that William realizes, because William is hoovering up more relics. In fact, William has more or less just stopped in a lot of regards. 144 pop. Hasn't built any additional houses, so he can't go much further because he's locked at 150. He has captured a sacred site. He stopped at 75 warrior scouts, though. Not a single soul more. The walls continue cargo. The spear count. Cargo may be a big Britney Spears fan. Wait, look at William, 89! He says, I'm going to have to replace him because I'm sending him in to die. And die they will. He does exactly what we thought he was going to. He goes for the outpost. No, William, no! He does burn it. And the second wave comes in. 2 outposts almost down. 3 more to go. Moves on to the villages, though. He needs to be fast about this because this wall up could complete by the time he arrives again. More scouts are coming. So many dead. Oh, folks, remember, these are elite spearmen. Elite spearmen with network of castles. Dare I say that William's strategy may not work. He had a window. He had such a glorious time. He caught cargo completely off guard. But William, he doesn't understand. He says, if only I had a unit that scouts in my army. But all I have are these warriors on horseback. Veteran warriors. That's what they're called. I don't know where his landmarks are. I don't know where his base is. Why don't the Malians have a unit to discover these things? William sees one way out. He needs to be Imperial. He'll let the scouts build. He'll have over 100 at his disposal, but Griot Bara is on the way. Now, folks, this is a biggin. Because Griot Bara will give him access. Where is he building, actually? In the corner. Griot Bara will give him access to this. He's got the production speed, but he's also got Siege Festival. Siege Festival, that torch damage could allow him to landmark snipe here. He probably watched Core win enough unwinnable games with this strategy. If he just masses cavalry and goes, William could actually still win this. However, Cargo Mokka is getting close to completion on the walls, at least for one side of the base. And I'm curious if Mokka's going to come out soon, because you can see he's got a long way to go on PopCap. In fact, Mokka, okay, thank goodness. I was worried that he didn't know the population cap for a second there. We've been seeing at 130 for a while. But he's moving up now. And he's got cannons as well. I'm kind of torn here, because on the one hand, Mokka looks like he should win. But on the other hand, usually to win, you have to come out of the base. And Cargo Mokka has not done that yet. He done it very well at the early game with the longbows, right? He done great damage there. But since that point, William B's relentless cattle murdering has kept Cargo Mokka in his base. He still hasn't garrisoned the other ranches. I am becoming more convinced that William maybe thinks that he gets extra food from the cattles being near the Fulani. It does begin to look like that. Mongol players everywhere are envious of this, by the way. They wish the sheep were this good. Like Mongol hamburger? Malian hamburger. Wait, where? He's going onto wood. There's no way we get a transition at this stage, right? We do. He's going into siege. So William might be A-okay here. In fact, he's even taking the sacred site. So now Cargo Mokka's going to have to come out of his base. Be honest, though. How many of us, when we first played AoE 4, forgot about sacred sites? What are the chances that Cargo Mocha goes 10 minutes without coming out of his base, without realizing that Sacred Sight's a thing? Now, that of course would require William to cap, which he's doing here. He's already got the other two. There's no way. There is simply no way that Cargo Mocha does not know about the Sacred Sights. We will get to find out, though. Folks, hear me out. William is a genius. We just didn't see it until now. Because William has now taken all 3 Sacred Sights. The right side of Mocha's base is still open. If Mocha comes out with the army to decap the Sacred Sights and William goes in with just 60 scouts with the Siege Festival, he can kill the 3 remaining landmarks that are all on one screen for Mocha. We may be living in dreamland, though. I think we can all learn something from Mocha here, by the way. This game has been going on for 31 minutes, and Cargo Mocha has never lost their scout. How many of us can boast the same? Now, admittedly, he kept that scout in his own base to keep it alive, but maybe there's a lesson there. It's better to have some vision, not be too greedy, and let him live, than to get too greedy, like Icarus, burned from going too close to the sun. Oh no, he's realized the flank issue. Guys, there's no way, right? There's just no way he's not coming out. We're at 169. Mocha is a fan of memes. Okay, I'm just kidding. He's building more villages, but he's not building more army. William, in theory, has enough food to infinitely just push scouts at this rate, it feels like. But he isn't. At least not for now. Seriously, there's... wait, he's going to wall him in? William, who never completed this right side wall, is now going to wall his opponent in. Meanwhile, Cargo Mocha is sorting the north side. Now, hear me out. How many times have we been there where we forget to build a gate? Folks, I'm calling it now. If Mocha does not build a gate on this right side, this wall here is going to win the game. Dude, William is a magnificent man, okay? As Marino just highlighted, he wants peace. This man he's like, you know, culture victory, okay? I'm going to bring us together. I only built scouts, says William. The whole game, I only built scouts. What do scouts do? Scouts are terrible fighters. Everyone could confirm. Marino knows exactly what I'm talking about. They weren't good unless you go all the way back to animation cancelling day when they were broken. But nowadays... they've got scout in the name. They're merely meant to scout. Ignore the 13 damage. They don't want war. They just want to exist. They can exist in the afterlife. Wait, Cargo. This is where he heads out, right? He heads back in. The walls are still going up, but the cannons are having fun with the builders. Cargo Mocha has got 6 minutes and 20 seconds. There is simply no way that he doesn't come out of this base. Technically, he has already been out of his base. But it seems that this is one of those beehive situations. If you threaten the home, they will attack. But if you don't, folks, they'll let you exist. So, what William needs to do is he needs to be RL here. Let Cargo Mocha be the beehive, and William B gets to be president with his hand on the nuclear launch button. It's that simple. Just don't aggravate the bees. As we know, they are the arch enemy of all presidents. Bro, you're aggroing the bees. Stop aggroing the bees. You can't aggro the bees. Because now they're angry. And hungry. So William's going to bring food to them, straight onto the wood line. And Cargo immediately turns around. No, come on, don't do this. The Sacred Site timer is still ticking, folks. Did the wall complete? Oh my god, Cargo is now completing the wall. Wait, did he put the gate in wrong? No, no, William's trying to force it. That's not how it works, though. Wait, I think that... Oops. Oops. I think Mocha put both of the gates on wrong. No, come on. You can't do this to him. There's no way. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce you to Bronze Ring of Rosies. All William has to do is low intensity micro for 4 minutes. But instead, he's going to let Mocha come out and DK. What is this game? Do you want to know the most depressing part about this, folks? If William, instead of trying to wall Mocha's base, had just walled the sacred sites, just walled this stupid sacred site, he would be winning right now. But instead, William is going to win the long con because Mocha is now down to 29 villagers and he's not producing. Meanwhile, William has 82 villagers. He's got his pit mines. He's got 5 relics. He still has 2 sacred sites. And William is about to become William the Conqueror because he's massing mangonels. This could win. Judging by what I've seen so far, it is unlikely to win, but it could win because William is now 3,000 score ahead of Cargo Mocha. Mocha at this point is probably looking and wondering, why didn't I just pick the Abbasids? This seems like I'm playing the Abbasids right now. Mango's coming though. Surprise! Mocha, he's confused. Like line formation, staggered formation. Which one do I need? Just get in. Get on top of them. William's going to run away though. And Cargo Mocha commits. Scouts are all dead. Mangonel's the second line. It's an ambush. But I don't think it's good enough. William, no. If he only built scouts. He has 10,000 food, 16,000 food. I've got this weird feeling that William might just call GG in a sec. He's building more mangoes. What has this game turned into? William had such a beautiful plan. A solid plan. A sexy plan. But he didn't continue to commit. He's like, where's the toggleable button here? You know what, folks? I'm actually starting to think the Ottomans potentially are broken in Bronze League Legends, actually. Because a lot of the time we see people forget to produce units. But with the Ottomans, I mean, it's stupid easy civ, right? They just do it themselves. You do admittedly have to build a blacksmith near them for it to be work. But once you do that detail, I mean, that's cruising all the way to gold. This outpost has been upgraded with a cannon. I feel like this is the first game I've actually seen a Saharan cave network with a cannon in it. It's a beauty to witness. So front of the base is gone for William. But William did get a castle up, and boiling oil is being researched. So Cargo Mocha, although he broke out once, he might struggle to break out again, because as we know, this is Castle TD. You have to go through the carved out path to get to the objective. It's the only way you're allowed to play this game. Because you have no gate. So now, if William heads out and gets those sacred sites again, we actually might have a solid plan here. Because Mocha has still not discovered what Siege does. Yes, you're right. It is like tower defense. That's why we call it Castle TD. Because everyone knows the best tower defense games have TD written. Oh, William, he says, okay, what was missing that last fight? The reason why the mangoes didn't work, I didn't have a wall. Now I'm set up. William, who is only at 93 of 115 pop of a potential 200, is still not using his 18,000 food, by the way. That could be a lot of scouts right now. But instead, well, look at this out of William, the smart cookie. Well, he saw mass scout, he saw mass spears, right? He's got to build the counter. It's mass archer time. And folks, hear me out. If he builds a gate and gets on the wall, GG. Okay, we might be jumping the gun there. But we have the beginnings of a plan here, folks. William has struggled under the oppression of spearmen rushing long enough. At 41 minutes into a game, the first archers appear in the Malian build. Meanwhile, Kagamoka. You're starting to see why people like English so much if this is the playstyle, right? I don't need to come kill you. I just need to live long enough that you get bored. That, by the way, is why sacred sites exist in AoE 4. Sacred sites that William still hasn't recapped, despite the fact he's got 7 of these monks. I'm sure the monks are busy with other duties that they have to attend to, though, such as... Oh, by the love of trade, what is... Oh. Did he just hold on to all of these? He done it. William's done it. 42 minutes into the game, we finally get the trade. It took a few failed attempts, right? But like, you know, every great stride in human history has its hiccups. You know, to get men on the moon, we had to launch V2 rockets at Britain. To trade with the Malians, we had to attempt to walk through their base first. But finally, William is doing it. 141 gold. Big buku bucks coming his way. Not going to lie, though. I've got a feeling he's not going to use it. Outside of getting more of the imams. I'm still not entirely sure where the imams are. He's got 8 of them. And I only see 3. Oh, they're garrisoned. Oh my god, so William... William doesn't believe in waypoints. As we know, they are the work of the devil. Clearly, they are designed to make us idle. Because if things are automated, then we don't work hard in real life. So William, to up his micro game, manually sets the trade route for these traders. You know what the best part about doing it this way is, by the way? When you get paid big. Okay? It's not one of these little trickle up of, oh, I got 100 gold. Oh, 200 gold. No, you get enough to buy yourself a mansion. I think what pains me is, like, William's plan is good if he just gets the sacred site. If he just uses one of the 10 imams he has on these 2 sacred sites, one on each sacred site, this plan is solid. But he's not. He is, however, building more stone wall. As I said, this is the first time I've seen Malian stone wall towers. And those things are thick. Damn. Big pounders. I'm still really not sure what William's plan is, folks. The walling is good. The keeps are good. The mangonels behind the walls. Oh, magnifico. The trade. Disgustingly good. But he still hasn't given himself a win condition. He has more control over this map than Germany did over France in World War II. But he's still not doing anything with it. The Trebs are going to give him a way in. But right now, William only has 31 archers to charge through the hole with. William, by the way, still has an extra 50 population he can get, but he needs to build those extra houses. Meanwhile, Cargo Mocha has access to 200 pop, but still nowhere near. He's still not built more villages. Remember, he lost a bunch of them. He's not gone above 35, I think is like the most we've seen in a long time. But he does have a spooky army. Dear God, the amount of trade. I think I figured out what the plan was for William in this game, actually. Now, hear me out, guys. Wonder victory. He just took stone here. He's got more stone here. Ignore me, he's repairing the stone wall towers. Okay. There is something beautifully ironic about doing this to the English, right? The rules of playing bronze is quite simple, folks. You either pick the English or you play like the English. There's no escaping it. Stone towers are so stupid. And no textiles either. So Cargo Mocha is getting one shot here. He just lost a 10th of his eco. Treb slowly getting through the outposts. William has still not built any additional military units. I am desperate for a fast forward button. I've never wanted one so much in my life. They are both Imperial Age. They could both easily... Okay, one of them could easily be bombards. Cargo has no wood. But still, it's Trebs instead. And more stone wall towers. William is a vile human being. I honestly wonder if William had just chosen to build walls only, I think he still would be in this position right now. I think the worst part about this is that William is going to revise this game, right? He's going to think back to what worked. He tried scout rushing. It failed. He tried mass Mangonel. Failed. He tried Sacred Site Victory, Dog Water, Trebuchets and Walls. That worked. That was the winning strategy. And now, this will be every one of William's games for the next year. Oh no, Cargo, no. He built the Springles to counter the Trebs. And now he's discovering that Springles cannot shoot over stone walls. That's simply not how gravity works. Cargo's asking why. It's a video game and it can work however we want, but I'm afraid not, sir. Trebs are getting a little bit bold here, though, so maybe they get taken out. I'm praying they don't, but I know they're going to. Culverins are being prepped behind us by William. Oh, good reaction out of William. Oh, no. No, 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 the auto attack. Folks, if it seems like I'm dramatizing the death of a Springald, I want you to remember these are not Springalds. These are holy relics from a forgotten age. The age of Springald. Not because they're broken in their stats, but actually because Cargo has 0 wood. He's not allocated any new people onto wood. He just has gold miners and food gatherers, and that is it. Well, it's not quite a palisade wall, but in a way, palings are their own wall, I guess. Dude. You guys waiting for the Culverins too? William seems to have forgotten about housing here. We've been sitting at 155 pop cap for a few minutes now. And what scares me the most is that he might not make an attack until he's got those Culverins. But to get those Culverins, he needs to remember houses. And he's showing no sign of recalling these things that he's meant to build. He's got 6 siege workshops waiting to push Culverins right now. Oh! He's landing! He's built a house. 1 house. He's building more. He's doing it! William! He might achieve pop cap. The Culverins on the way. Now, the reason the Culverins are important, folks, is because these are not Culverins. These are Barrett 50 cows. These are middle fingers, and actually more fists, to the men-at-arms. His plan, kill every single one of Mokka's men-at-arms, only to have him rebuild them at a very slow pace out of 2 Raxes from now until the end of time, because Cargo Mokka has 7,000 gold in reserve and 11,000 food. Dear God. How many? This has to be 40? 49 traders. Although he's still got another 6 to go. Williams discovered that he had more pop cap, and he's making damn well sure he uses it. Oh, wait. Is it attacking the wall? Okay, thank God, I thought it was attacking the miner camp. So Trev's trying to get through the wall. The repairs. If only there was a solution to this villager on the wall. Like an army of longbows. This is hurting me. Cargo Mokka. Now has to be the time you fight, right? He's got 79 men-at-arms. What did I just witness? William just queued up 100 javelin throwers. But why? Now, javelin throwers have decent base damage, so they can kill men-at-arms. But why? He needs things to kill buildings. Oh. I'm becoming astutely aware that this is an hour of my life that I cannot refund. Now, the Javelins, they're not going to be terrible at dealing with the Men-at-Arms, right? The Men-at-Arms, they've got 7 ranged armor. These Javs, who I've got a funny feeling probably aren't... Oh, no, they are waypointing something. Okay. They're waypointing on the wall. They hit for 18. So they will stuff down. By the way, when they're on these walls, they have 8 tile range. Nice. Wait a second. What are the chances that William meant to build bombards? Because if he attacks a wall... I actually love the fact that he like lines up his siege ready to auto attack every time. It makes me smile. Oh, house is being targeted. Is this the beginning of the end? I've said that a few too many times. This truly might be. Now Mocha, he never got the shutter triggers. These Culverins going to eviscerate him. Boom. There goes your anti-siege. That's everything Mocha really had to throw. And it's because he was trying to attack the Trebs behind the walls. Considering how much Bronze League players use walls, you would think that they would be wise to the ways of Springalds. But let's be totally real, Bronzes. How many times do you even build a Springald? How many times do you need anything more than mass spears or men-at-arms? Mocha is learning that time the hard way. I'm starting to think William is waiting for the extra javelins before he attacks. And I don't know how to break this to you, William, but something has to die before they can come. Wait. What? What? Why have they been His villagers are running to the back corner for straggler trees. Because waste not, want not is what I was taught growing up. It's a very English thing. After all, he did need the wood for the new houses. And he can't access this tree line. He's tried and died for it. That is actually the last tree that he has access to. Truly, folks, because as we know, there is no way you could just come out here either, because there's more stone wall towers waiting on these straggler trees. Oh, this is the most starved I've ever seen someone look in a game. Sorry, let me correct that. This is the most starved I've ever seen someone look while having 15,000 resources in reserve. William? What? Oh. Oh god, I need to eat a protein bar after this. Maybe a liter of vodka as well. I almost feel like I should have had the music on to really kind of set that tranquil feeling of this game. Because bar the odd cannon or trebuchet going off, it very much is a peaceful time on this map. A reminder that William still has 10 imams that are not doing anything. They could be capturing a sacred site, but sacred sites are for pussies. You know, wonders also. Come on, the only true way you win a game of Age of Empires 4 is by murdering your opponent. William just queued up 17 bombards. I can't. Bless him, William is trying so hard to spend the resources. But he has small population problems that are hindering his ability to do so. If I'm not mistaken, William has also gone ahead and gathered every single upgrade that exists in the game, bar Pro Scouts, because why would I? Everything else, though, he's taken. Everything. And William is now ready to win. He's doing it. Sacred Sights. He's done it. This is it. 10 minutes from now, this is it. Some people ask why AoE4's numbers aren't as big as they once were. Why sometimes we lose players. And I've realized now there's a secret cult that exists in Age of Empires 4. Of killers. Of true murderers. Because they kill people's ability to play the game. And their name is William B, followed by a number. So far, we've only scouted 353 of them in this community. There may be more. They could be hiding anywhere. Under the table. In the washing up machine. Maybe even in your oven. Cooking. Letting it cook. But they exist. They are not the Illuminati you think. As people will highlight, the B does indeed stand for bully. William, he says, take these villagers. I need you to feel hope. Psych! I'm pretty sure Mocha has had more short bow shots in this game than long bow shots. Oh, the desperation for these trees. What is William doing right now? Oh, God. I actually feel so much pain for Mocha. He's got this army and he's just not sure what to do with it. Villagers got baited in. Now, Mocha has not been building villages, folks, for at least 20 minutes, I want to say. Just lost 2 more there. That's almost another 10% off his workforce. Oh, dear goodness. The cheeky builders. The army's coming. He's had enough. 3 villagers have pulled a reasonable amount of aggression. Over 100 units to be specific. They will get through the Stonewall Tower. They will not get through the wall. Meanwhile, the timer continues to tick. We are now 7.5 minutes away. And the only way Mocha has to get through the wall is Sprinkles. No! Buckle in, folks. This is now what we're watching. Now, let's do the maths. A Sprinkle hits for 30 damage. Stone walls have 50 ranged armor. It would take him a mere 1,300 shots to get through a stone wall. Not bad when you consider that he has 4 Sprinkles. I can already hear you all panicking. Which means that it would only take 325 rounds of attacks to get through that wall. Now, with an attack speed of 4.12 seconds, we can tell that Mocha is royally screwed because the timer will have ticked out before he can get by that. All right, you can all stop panicking now. It's not going to take 325 rounds of attacks. And Mocha has got some wood together, and he's building rams. This game might go on. Corvin, in the meantime, got bored of being AFK. They're actually not bad at dealing with buildings, folks. It's not quite a bombard, but it does hit for 102 damage. Which means half as damage is going through. William? William, what are we doing here? It's like, I don't understand it. So far, every wall I've seen, I've been able to walk on. Why is this one different? William continues to give false hope, increasing Mokka's KD because he knows it truly doesn't matter. Behind this, he's got Mangonel's way. Oh my god. William truly is a sadist. He's like, yes, oh, you've got me on the run. Please, come and kill me. There are not 3 Mangonels waiting here to murder you. Mokka has now gone down to 0 villages. He's gone full military. It's do or die. He's even building monks because he only has 4 military production buildings. So you might as well use everything you've got. I'm not truly sure what Mokka's plan is. I assume it's to get on this sacred site. And I have a feeling that William is going to allow it. Or not. No. I'm just looking at the army comp and thinking about how Cargo Mokka is going to dive onto Bolino. It's all I can see and think right now. Oh, dear God. Mokka has 1 shot at this. It is possible that if that 1 shot is good, folks, William could just call GG. We've seen players who can't be bothered to try and rebuild an army. After all, William only has 100,000 surplus resources to rebuild an army with. Only a mere 100,000. That's not good. Why would you want to ruin that nice firm number by having to spend it on Musafa? Oh god, he just queued 100 Musafa. Well, William can afford to buy Bill Gates at this point. Cargo can barely afford to buy a game. They are not the same. Oh god, he's clicking for the villages, the mangoes. No, don't lose the army like this. Anything but this. He's finally targeting them out. Even the rams are attacking the mangoes. He's moving forward onto the Stonewall Towers. Culverins are not on the way. Instead, William is sending all of the imams to the north. This will free up PopCap. William, what are we doing here? Musafadi moving up north. Mokka losing a few troops. Still a decent amount, though. Rams are looking to breach through the wall. It's 2.5 minutes left, folks. If William just clicks everyone on that sacred site, it's a win. It's that simple. It doesn't need to be this hard. Will he, though? I have my doubts. I'm pretty sure Mokka is watching a video on his phone or something right now while A-clicking across the map. William, meanwhile, is probably making some sinister laughing noises. Probably Emperor Sidiousing it a bit. Yes, good. This wall, however, it will not be good, William. One villager again. He has 22 idle villagers that could have been walked up here. And they're here! No, 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 no! He stops him! William, the plan is falling apart. Mokka, can he do it? 1.5 minutes left. Ram moves onto the keep. William's got Musafadi on the way. The Culverin boys are coming. This is going to be tight. It's going to be close. But no, not the houses. Go after the sacred site. Actually, no. William struggles with housing. Kill the houses. Kill them fast. You can't beat him in terms of surplus, but you can beat him in terms of population. Just do it. Culverins are now here. Another distraction. 1 minute left. Mokka, where are you going? Forward, not back. There is no holding. There is only folding. Do not fall for it. Musafadi, they move in. They snipe out the mangoes. No, Mocha, no! We found the only ADHD English guy playing today. It's too many shiny lights. Everything but the sacred site is being attacked. Mocha? Yes? Yes? No! No, Mocha! No! No! Come on. Mocha! It's 10 seconds away. It's too late. Mocha, no. Mocha, no.